going to be using the Manifestation Cards deck by Ron Bryan. And I just want to say welcome back to Divine Light with Sunshine. I just wanted to do a reading for the collective today in regards to what is the clear direction or the clear answer guidance that you need in regards to having that next breakthrough for your manifestation. Okay, so just a couple of things I wanted to bring up. Just keep in mind that the replay does take some time for it to be uploaded, about 48 hours for the clickable timestamps to appear in the comments. But I do have the order listed in the description in regards to the order I will be reading for each sign. Okay, so we're first going to start with Aries today. So, what manifestation guidance does Aries need currently? Wow, so we have here gratitude is the great multiplier. Set the universe force in your favor for tomorrow. Tonight, before you fall asleep, go back over your whole day in your mind and replay each good moment. Feel genuine gratitude for each one. This practice ensures the universe will make your tomorrow a day filled with good moments and plenty for you to be grateful for. So, the universe is saying everything that has gone good, repeat it. Repeat it back into your mind. Like while you're falling asleep, think about all those things over and over. Also, the things that you do want to appear as well. Because the more that you have gratitude and the more that you're on that frequency where you're feeling that happiness and you're feeling that joy, the more the universe is like, okay, I'm going to give you more of that. Okay. So we're going to move on to Leo. So, what does Leo need to hear? We have here, don't try to control negative thoughts. Don't worry one bit about them. All you have to do is deliberately think as many good thoughts as you can each day, and they will cancel out any negative thoughts. Practice this daily, and in a short time, you will have completely retrained your mind to consistently generate positive thoughts. So, we can come very accustomed to having that negative dialogue play in our mind. And the universe is saying for you to manifest what you want, don't let those thoughts linger for too long. The moment you notice you're having a negative thought towards a situation, uh, right away, try your best to find something positive you can think of. And if it comes to a situation where there's a subject where you're feeling like, I really can't think of anything positive about this, change the subject. Think about something that you can get happy about, that you can be positive about. And when you're in a better energy, then go back to that thing that you're trying to manifest. So the more that you get into the habit of doing this, the faster that your manifestations are going to come in daily. So next we're going to move on to Sagittarius. What does the Sagittarius need to hear? Everything is an inside job. Isn't it great to know that you cannot control your world from the outside? To change your world, to change your whole life, all you have to do is manage your thoughts and feelings on the inside. And then everything will change for you. So, the thing about manifestation is we're a magnet. Okay, so the things that we think about, all we do is actually magnetize it more and more into our life. Now, it's not only just thinking about that thought, you have to really believe that thought and feel that energy. So, deep down, the universe will always match what you believe to be true inside. And the universe is saying for you to shift and bring in your manifestations into your life, it's about time you change the thoughts that you're having. So when you change the inside, your outside naturally will match that vibration. And I also just saw 444 on the clock as well. So we're going to move on to Gemini Gem. So for the Geminis, what is the message they need to hear for their manifestations? Wow, I love this. So everything is on track always. No matter where you are in your life currently, and no matter how difficult things might appear to be in this moment, you are always being moved towards magnificent. So if you've been feeling like, am I going on the right path? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Am I making the right decisions? Do I change it? Do I shift? The universe is saying everything happens in the right divine time, okay? So, in this moment, even if you feel like things are not going right, you are on track, and for you to keep pushing forward and keep having that positive belief that things are on its way that are better for you. Now, when it comes to manifestation, it's not only about believing the thought, it's also about being in the moment where it has already manifested as well. So say example, you wanted $1,000. It's not about saying, okay, $1,000 is coming in. When you use the word coming in, that means it's always going to be on its way, but not actually in your account. When you change it to, I'm so happy and grateful that $1,000 is in my bank account right now, even though you don't physically see it, by you being in the energy of it already has happened, you manifest things faster. And you'll see things are going to shift and change for you. So we're going to move on to Libra. So what manifestation message wants to come out for Libra? So we have here, there is no lack of limitation. Don't make the mistake of thinking that everything comes from the outside world. If you think that, you will most surely experience the lack of the limitations in your life. Your mind is a creative power behind all things, so how can there be any lack? It's impossible. So your ability to think is unlimited, and so is the things that you think into existence are unlimited. The bigger you dream, the more that you can bring in. Okay, so think big. What it is that you want to manifest, and then go a step above that, and then a step above that, and then a step above that. Go beyond what you normally would dream of, because you can have so much more. So we're going to move on to Aquarius. Let's see what Aquarius needs to hear in regards to having their manifestations come in faster. We have here, change your mind and change your life. No matter what you might have manifested, you can change it with one small positive thought and then another. The more that you think positivity about the things that you want already happening, even if there was a thought that you had that was something negative or fear or ego, just something that you don't want to manifest, the faster you shift and change that vibration and that thought pattern, and then start to say things more positive, it's basically like you canceling out that negative thing that you said. So the more that you can do this, the faster that your life is going to change, and the faster the manifestations are going to come in. So we're going to move on to Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear in regards to manifesting their dreams to come true? We have here, feel good now. Be happy now. Feel good now. That's the only thing that you have to do. If that's the only thing that you get from these teachings, then you have received the greatest part of the secret. When we are thinking about the things that we want in life, it's because when you really get deep down to the actual end result, is it's going to bring you happiness. So if you focus on being happy now, you are going to be matching the vibration of what you're trying to call in, and that will bring it in faster. We're going to move on to Scorpios. So let's see, what is the manifestation that wants to come through for Scorpios? I'm going to take this card because they jumped. We have here, your job is you. You cannot create other people's lives for them. You cannot think for them. And if you try to force your opinions on others, you will only attract the same happening to you. So let others create the lives they want and focus your unlimited power on creating the most magnificent life for yourself. Now, it's kind of you to want to have these thoughts where you're trying to help other people. But what the universe is saying, it's time for you to put that energy towards yourself. It's time for you to get your manifestations. Everyone else has their own journey and the own things that they have to go after. That's okay. Let the universe help them on their path. Right now, it's all about you. So take all that power that you've been focusing on others and put it towards yourself. And you're going to see that you're going to start manifesting an even better life for yourself. We're going to move on to Pisces. So let's see. What is the message that wants to come through for Pisces? We have here positivity and kindness are all you need. The path to your best ever life is actually very easy. Positive thoughts, positive words, and acts of kindness. That's it. And I feel like this card is trying to say it's simple. You don't have to make it complicated. Sometimes we could make things so complicated and there really is an easy route. Why go around and around and around when you could just walk straight through? And I feel like the universe is saying for you to stop putting so much pressure on the things that you want to obtain. It's time for you to see that it's actually a lot simpler than you've been making it. Next, we're going to move on to Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear? What's going to help them manifest their dreams? Focus equals manifesting. And focus with emotion equals a powerful manifesting. So we can get caught up sometimes in mantras, affirmations over and over and over. But if you're not embodying that energy, getting into that emotion of that excitement and that joy, it's almost like those affirmations are not necessarily doing anything. Now, it is helping you shift your mindset of having it. But the moment that you keep doing it and then the manifestation doesn't come in, then it feels like it's counterproductive. So, what the universe is saying, when you connect your emotions and your feelings, that's how you make your manifestations even more powerful. When you think about someone giving you a gift, don't you get excited? Don't you get thrilled? Don't you get happy? It's the same thing when it comes to manifestation. It's about getting into that vibrational energy. When you think about the things that you want, how would you feel if you had it now? And that's the emotion and that's the energy you want to use when you're visualizing and you're bringing this into your reality. So we're going to move on to Virgos. So what does Virgos need to hear to help them manifest what they want currently? The Earth turns on its orbit for you. I mean, you're an Earth sign, so I love that that came out. So the ocean bathes and flow for you. The birds sing for you. The sun rises and it sets for you. The stars come out for you. Every beautiful thing you see, every wonders thing you experience, every wondrous thing you experience is all there for you. You ever go into nature and you're like, and you actually take a second to just be in that moment and feel that breeze or feel that sun on you or see the trees just so beautiful and blossoming. All those things were in your vicinity for you to embrace it and feel it. And I feel like this card is saying, take a step back and look at all the beautiful, wondrous things that are around you because it was put there for you to be reminded of all the blessings that you have that's surrounding you in your environment. And we're going to move on to Capricorn. So let's see, what is the message that wants to come through for Capricorn? What's going to help them manifest their dreams? So we have here, feel good now. Be happy, feel good now. That's the only thing you have to do. If that's the only thing that you get from these teachings, then you have received the greatest part of the secret. So it's all about your energy. It's all about you getting to the frequency now. When you match what it is that you are wanting to manifest, that's how you bring it in sooner. When you think about a radio station, if you're trying to hear something at 99.3, I don't even know if that's the station, but if you're trying to hear something on there, but you're at 103.5, you can't hear what that other station is broadcasting because you're not on the right frequency. It's the same thing when it comes to energy and manifestations. If if you can get on the positive energy of that thing already within you, already on its way, you don't need to have any more prayers. You don't need to set any more things. You embody it, boom, before you know it, your manifestations have come true. Guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Many blessings.